I'm here with my grandma Beverly Holmes, and I'm going to ask her some questions about 9/11. Where were you on the morning of September 11th?
I was at my son Timmy's house. Timmy and my daughter-in-law Lori. I was at their house.
How did you become aware of what was happening?
I had the TV on and I saw the first plane hit the first tower, and my immediate thought was that it was an accident.
When did it become aware to you that something was wrong?
I went over to my daughter and son-in-law's house, and as I walked in the door, the second plane hit the tower, and I knew instantly that it wasn't an accident, that something really, really bad was happening.
And when you realized it was something bad that was happening, what were your initial thoughts?
I think I thought it was terrorism. It was people from another country that were trying to do something really bad, and New York was so heavily populated that it would make a real impact on that city.
Did you think to call any family members that were close by to make sure everyone was okay? Anybody in the city?
I didn't have anyone that was in the city, so I did not call anyone, but I did talk to most of my family during the day, reliving some of the events and sharing how we felt.
What is the most vivid thing that you can remember of that day that just always is going to stick with you for the rest of your life?
There was at one point a news broadcast that said that there were five planes unaccounted for. Now, at that point, there were only two that had hit the World Trade Center, the first two planes. And so I was almost panicking, wondering where were the other three planes and where were they going to hit? Because we're proximity to Boston, and if they hit Boston, that would definitely affect me and my family. So it was the fear of where were the other three planes and where were they going to hit?
At any point in time, do you think that Boston may have been a target for the terrorists?
Possibly. I think they probably looked for what would make the most impact, what would do the most destruction. And I think any big city, in New York, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, Boston, any of the big cities could be a target.
Could you remember any sort of evacuation in Boston? Anything to that degree?
I don't remember anything. I saw a lot on the news that night. I think people were scared. They didn't know what was going to happen next. So I think it put fear in all of us.
How has September 11th changed you individually as a person?
I think I always live with the knowledge that we are not safe anywhere. There is no safe place that you can run and hide, that we could be victims at any time of terrorism.
What has been most difficult for you?
I think all the news broadcasts showing the lives of all the people that were affected, looking at all the destruction of the huge buildings, hearing all the stories afterwards.
Did September 11th affect your faith or outlook on life?
Definitely not my faith. In fact, I think I prayed more during those times for the people that died, for the people that were hurt, for the families that lost members. So my faith wasn't shaken at all.
Um, have your feelings about September 11th changed over time, being that it was about 15 years ago, just a couple of weeks ago?
It has not changed. It has only made more concrete the fact that we are vulnerable, that we are targets of terrorism, and there are other things that have happened beyond 9/11 that cement that in my mind, that we are victims.
And do you think that the youth of America should learn about this every single year? And do you think that it should be something that history classes focus on in the curriculum?
I don't know how much of a focus to focus on it because there are so many things, but I think kids growing up should be aware of what happened on that day because that was monumental in the number of people that died or were hurt.
Do you ever have any dreams about what happened that day or anything that would affect you like that?
No, I haven't had any dreams about it. It is sad when I see every year the remembrances on TV. That part is sad, but no, I don't dream that often anyway, so
Uh, how do you mark September 11th, the anniversary? A lot of people thought it was a bad time in the country, and although it was with all the deaths, but a lot of people also mark it as a turning point for our country, kind of a wake up call. It made us stronger. What do you think about it?
I don't know if it made us stronger, but I did notice a lot of people had displays of flags in their windows, in their cars, little pins on their lapels, trying to unify the country. And actually, it was a unification in that everybody felt sorry and sad on that particular day.
You see all this stuff on the TV, all of the stuff about Ground Zero, all of the about the memorial that they have. Um, have you visited Ground Zero yourself? And if you have, how did you feel when you were there? Was it different than what it was seeing it on the TV?
It was different than what I saw on TV because I saw the towers and then I saw them crumble. And so I couldn't envision the footprint of the towers. When I actually went there, I saw the footprint. I saw where the towers were. I saw the crumbling metal, just bent like it was a plastic straw, and they were big, thick pieces of metal. I saw videos and films of the people that had lost their life. I saw a motorcycle that was dedicated to one of the firefighters who lost his life. People were sitting on benches viewing these films, and they were actually sobbing out loud. It was